and welcome back to another episode of Letting Them Lead. I'm Marie Muratala.
I'm Laurie Cook.
Or Murataya, because my brother listens apparently and gets mad when I don't pronounce my name right.
Well, it is a Spanish name. It should be honored.
Welcome to a rapid fire Q&A episode where I'm going to ask you the questions that have come up, but you can bounce them back to me if you want me to answer too.
Okay, yeah. Because I never played rapid fire before.
What? Well, okay. It's like improv. Ready? Set, go. What inspired you to become an early childhood educator?
Because I just enjoyed so much the play, and I just seemed to know how to work with these little guys.
Yeah.
It's just fun for me.
Fun.
It's fun.
All right. I mean, that would honestly be my answer too. I just find that I
I'm
like
just
that I can
really
be myself.
Yeah, I'm really good at it. I'm really good at, like I talked about in another episode, anticipating behavior before it happens, figuring out how to set up my environment so that I can minimize all of that. And it's just one of my favorite things because I'm making a great world for little guys, and I love that.
Yeah, you are. How do you create a safe and nurturing environment for young children?
Starts with my voice. It starts with the routine. They know what to expect. It's calm. We have calming techniques so that they remember, because when they can regulate their own emotions, then you got to teach them how to do that they can be in control. That sets the tone for the environment.
Nice. I like how your voice changed.
It did,
as soon as you were talking about calm.
Well,
no, very good. Am I supposed to answer that too?
You can.
I guess if I have to rapid fire this, observation. I take time when I'm getting to know them and building a connection and rapport to just observe what helps them thrive. Yes. So, anything from a physical, like, is it too bright in the classroom? Do we need to turn lights down, to the noise level, to like, do they respond better if I am like right there up in their face, or do they not like that? Is that too much? Like, do I need to take a step back? Like, just observation.
Some don't want to be touched.
How Skip, no, just kidding. How do you incorporate play-based learning into your curriculum? I just know you're gonna go on.
On and on and on and on. Play, everything is play.
There you go, done. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, you make all the
That's true.
academic stuff. They're learning while they're playing. They have fun with it.
Exactly. You make it fun. Like you were talking last episode or a couple episodes ago about a post office.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were, you guys were doing a post office, but there's so much that like critical thinking that goes into like, planning it out. Like who's going to do what job, or you were actually having them create like the mailboxes, like out of cardboard, right? And stuff. Like, I don't know. They're just getting to do all kinds of hands-on stuff. How do you collaborate with other educators and specialists to support children with special needs or developmental delays?
I keep the lines of communication open when I see those specific educators. Do you have a minute? I wanted to share a little anecdote with you about this particular child, because I know we've been working on that.
Yeah.
So I keep those lines of communication open. I make sure that they know I value them, because I really do. I'm very much appreciative of the work they do. And so I want them to know straight away that I'm willing to work with them, and they can come to me and provide things and ask me to do these things, and I will, and that kind of thing. So good communication.
Yeah, and on the flip side, as one of those service providers, I'm coming from that lens of going into a classroom where I'm so grateful when I have teachers that are like, come in, like tell me what to do, help me, but also like,
it's hard for teachers to say help me.
It is, but it's also hard for me or service providers to say help me. I also have every intention of going in and not saying, let me teach you how to do better. I'd rather come in and say, well, why don't you tell me about your classroom? Like, tell me about this environment that you've created that you're passionate about.
Right.
Tell me about your students. Like, if I don't know them as well as you do, because you're with them a lot more than I am.
Right.
Like, tell me what you're seeing day to day so I have a better picture, so I can just zoom out and not just see what I'm seeing right now. So having that, like you're saying, that constant communication and just being open and and going in ready to learn from somebody as much as you are ready to help. Be ready to learn.
That's right. You got to be the lead learner.
Yeah. The lead learner.
I have learned so much from my little ones.
Oh,
I am learning a lot.
I say this all the time. They're my best teachers.
I've learned a lot because it's been 30 years since I've been in this this time zone. You know what I mean? And so I'm watching and I'm paying attention and I'm thinking, okay, they like this, they like that, or, you know, so I add more activities based on that.
What is your philosophy on outdoor play and nature-based learning?
Can't get enough of it. I like to have kids... I listen to what they're interested in and I try to put those things out. Like when I did have the post office, I put out the outdoor kitchen stuff, playhouse stuff, and I put out certain things. Not a lot because it's only a half an hour. Yeah. You know, but I had to drag all that heavy wooden furniture in and out both times, but I'm willing to do that because I wanted to see, one, how they would respond to it. And oh my gosh, they ended up having like a drive-through Starbucks type thing, and you know, this is the stuff they live.
Well, yeah,
so they want to role play. I mean, and so because the bike lane was right next to that, and it was adorable, absolutely adorable. I like to let them explore, and as much as I can provide different. I believe, and outside getting the sun, and we talk about it, we listen to the birds, we look at the clouds. Yeah. It hasn't been a lot of sun lately, but today was nice, and we talked about it.
Beautiful.
So, what do you think?
I love it. Anytime I can be outside with the kids, like I do. I mean, yeah, sometimes we're working on very specific things, especially if I think back to like last year and previous years where I was doing more pull-out therapy. You know, we got to come into the speech room. We have 20 minutes. That's it. So it was always an intention of mine to build in more like, let's get outside. Like so much language and even speech can be targeted outside in nature when we're exploring. So I'd really love utilizing my walks from like the classroom to the speech room to like have like nature walks and talk about everything. And I still have a couple students I'll do that with. Like we stop and we talk, and I don't, you know, I'm not like, hurry up, we got to get to speech. Like this is speech. This is it. But one of my favorite things that I'm definitely doing this year, again, we started doing it last year, was a little scavenger hunt, a nature hunt, and we spent the whole 20-minute speech session last year, so it's going to be a center rotation for me this year. I have little windows that I made out of cardboard. We take them out, and they have on them, I Velcroed just all the little things they can look for outside. So they all have different, like if there's 3 kids, they each have like, maybe they all some have the same, but they have different things to look for. So one kid has a cloud, a tree, a bird, a stick. Another kid might have a flower, maybe another cloud, water, dirt, like bugs. Yeah, like there's different things. And so we go out and we look through the window and we're looking for them. And so that's one of my favorite things to do. I love springtime speech because that's when I really get to get outside. But
well, I have to say, if I should have added the whole bug thing. I have all these little containers, different sizes. We have like 8 different bugs right now in little containers in our science center with different size magnifying glasses, different colors.
Nice.
So we bring the outdoors in to...
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so that way, you know, on rainy days you can still talk about it and it doesn't have to be...
Well, they're forever collecting bugs, but I didn't say, ooh, put that down. Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, we should probably study that.
Last rapid fire question. How do you integrate cultural diversity and inclusivity into your classroom activity?
Cultural diversity is every day, and inclusivity is every day in every aspect. The way you're speaking to all children, the way you're validating whatever they're doing, that is being culturally responsive. If I'm validating everybody for different things, then they're all getting acknowledged. Yeah. I think that it's really important that kids understand that their own work, their own masterpiece is unique and it's wonderful because it's theirs. And because we are all different,
it can look different.
Like it can look different, just like we all look different, and we all sound a little different. So when we made these, I have an art gallery. Did I tell you about that? I'm so excited about their easel painting and all this.
Cute.
This whole gallery in the room of all their art, and then hanging from the ceiling right now is their own individually designed butterflies.
Yeah.
Now they all kind of copied each other. I didn't tell them they had to trace, but they liked somebody else's idea. So they all kind of did it. And tracing is a good skill. And it's amazing to see them hold that down and trace that accurately and then cut it. I did nothing. They did it all, and I have all these beautiful, everybody chose their own colors. Some people put feathers. Some people put pipe cleaners or cotton or whatever it was. Coffee filters. They cut them, and there was this rid. Oh, it's amazing. So that's, to me, cultural diversity and all inclusivity, because they all are contributing to their design.
It's their classroom.
It's
and
their
they
classroom.
get to build the culture of their classroom. I like that.
They definitely are.
Yeah. And I would say that's, I don't get to be like at the helm of all my classrooms like the teachers do, but that's definitely something in our preschool program I just see kind of integrated in to most of the classrooms. And I mean, the program by nature is an inclusion program. So when we look at like the needs of the kids like that, there's just a variation. And there's, I have my more complex communicators, my more independent communicators, and they're all helping each other, and they all kind of build that inclusivity into the classroom. And I like to see how it spreads throughout the school too. Just that everybody has a place. Something that I have really focused on just in my speech room aspect too is like the diversity of my books. And making sure that, in all my therapy resources and things, like kids can see, other kids that look like them, or other individuals that, look like them, or maybe, I have books with kids with different disabilities, and maybe it, kind of just has that connection piece, because then they're represented in our materials and things. And so that's been really important to me too.
It is important.
Yeah. So good rapid fire session. We'll do more of these. That was kind of fun.
That was fun.
But also a little stressful. Thanks for joining us for a quick one. Cheers. Cheers.